On your side is your local election headquarters. 6 weeks after Election Day, we have an update on recounts in Virginia Beach. And right now, all precincts have been counted except for the central absentee precinct.
This is all in reference to 3 city council races which were just too close to call. 10 on your side's Andy Fox is following the recount. So Andy, what can you tell us?
Well, I can tell you, as I tweeted earlier, as I'm looking at the recount and the very little change from what happened on election night, it appears as though those candidates that won on election night will win in the recount. So that's going to be Councilman Jones, Councilman Moss, and David Nygaard, who is the challenger. This is the 4th day of the recount. It's been going on in the activity room here at building number 19, and it is right across the street from City Hall, so very close to where the council members will be taking their seat. The recount officials at 10 counting tables have made their way through 101 of 102 precincts and are now on the central absentee precinct that had 14,999 ballots. The decision to run all 3 recounts through the program rapid vote counter machines seems to be the right one, since the results seem to be near identical and it saved a lot of time. Clerk of Circuit Court Tina Sinning getting high praises for recount organization, as is the Virginia Beach voter registrar Donna Patterson. And Ms. Patterson, thank you very much. It's really been going well. How would you sum all this up?
It's been a really smooth process. I mean, of course, the first day went a little slow, but once we got through the first day, everything has been remarkable.
What does it say that the votes on election night are near identical to what we are recounting?
It tells you that the election officials did a great job on election day, just like we thought they did, that all the processes we use really do work.
And there is a check and balance system. To be fair, there have been about 6 times where wrong votes were accepted by your team, but then the candidates who had their own observers here come up and say, hey, look at this. Should your people be the ones to have the comparison to what happened on election night so that you catch it? Or do you is that the good check and balance?
It's checks and balances, and you know, election night are unofficial, then the election goes through what we call a canvass, and still there's maybe a couple of errors even after the canvass, but I mean the official results took a few days after the election, but this is a recount, not an audit of the election.
Right, and I know that as a reporter I learned a thing that on election night we always have to be, re-emphasizing this is unofficial.
This is unofficial right now.
This is historic that we have 3 recounts in Virginia, 3 recounts in a locality. When that happened as a voter registrar, are you kind of going, oh my gosh?
Right, exactly. And we had to really think about it. We put a lot of work into planning, and it looks like our planning paid off. It was the recount coordinators, the clerk of the court, all of us put a lot of time into it.
Donna Patterson, thank you very much. Great
Thank
job
you.
to the voter registrar and also to the clerk of circuit court. Repeating, as we tweeted before, the 3 candidates who won on election night likely will win here because there's been little change in votes. We are talking about Councilman Moss, Councilman Jones, and then David Nygaard, who is the challenger. I'll have a full recap coming up for you tonight on WAVY News 10, beginning at 4 in Virginia Beach. Andy Fox, 10 on your side.